Armrests. We all have them. Well, no, we don't. We don't all have them, but those of us who have them, but a lot of them are getting kind of yucky like this. The good ones look like this these days. And we've seen some attempts to fix that. This one, for instance, almost frightening. I mean, okay, I guess that might have worked. But holy cow. A lot of you have armrests that look a whole lot worse than this. Found this on Amazon. We're going to see how it works. That's actually pretty sharp. Now, I'm finding a lot of variation in the Amazon links. These were listed as light gray. These were also listed as light gray. That's a huge difference. These were just listed as gray. They're pretty much the same as those light gray, a little bit darker. Now these are gray. Not really anything close to those gray. So I'm going to try to sort out the good ones and send you the link for the ones that match best. This darker gray seems to go pretty well with the factory. Like I say, this was sold to me as light gray, but yet this other one I bought listed as just gray, not light gray, seems to be the same color as that light gray. So go figure. These lighter ones, however, do match pretty well with some of the other interior. I also have seat covers on all of my seats, so maybe I should have gotten some black armrest covers, but I don't really want black. The light gray matches pretty well there. And you can see here some remnants of, what is that paint? Plastidip paint. It lasted a couple of years, but once it started peeling, people couldn't help themselves and we just picked at it. I have learned by trial and error, having the big swoop at the top is not best. There's a little more coverage area here than there is here, so it's best to have this on top. So rather than put this one on the other seat over here, we're going to put it on this seat. If we use this armrest over here, you can see how the big swoop ends up on top, and we can kind of see this edge right here. So we're going to put this edge on top, give them just that much more room. Start with the big hole, open the zipper up, and place the armrest through the hole, and then follow all the way down. We want to watch this leading edge here, keep it from rolling under itself. Keep it out like this. The bottom too. There we go. And I'm going to take my little levers here and roll it around the bottom hard corner first. There we go, get that all the way behind over here on top of the foam. Work that guy over it with the foam a little bit. Nobody will know tomorrow. And turn that inside out, and I push it with my thumbs, wrap it around the end. Now the zipper pulls from top to bottom. There we go. Tuck that zipper all the way up underneath there. All right. Yeah, the rolly bar is right here. So we're going to take a very sharp knife and cut right against the rolly bar. There. and there. Careful not to cut through the stitching on either side. And then I'm going to run right down through the middle. Got a cut there and a cut there. Across here, across there. So now I'm going to cut right down through the middle. There's my orange rolly bar. And while I glue this into place, seems like a good time to remind you that Florida Van Man is viewer supported by YouTube viewers like yourself. Please click on the subscribe button and the little bells so you get reminders every time we launch a new video. At the end of the video, you'll see links for our Patreon membership. Membership and donations make these videos and online advice possible. Please join today and become a part of it. There we go. We're going to let that dry. Now, I don't think we want to cut those holes before we stretch it onto the arm for fear something will tear up there. And we're going to let this cardboard in there until the glue is good and dry tomorrow. We'll see how long that lasts. Wish me luck. We're going to pull the cardboard out. And there we go. And the knob works as it should. Now, I hesitate to say any glue will do. I thought I was using weather strip adhesive when I was doing this, but when I went to put it away, I saw the weather strip adhesive sitting on the desk. And because apparently my glasses need to be upgraded, I was using gasket maker when I glued that in there. I'm sure it'll be fine. If your armrest cover looks like this, you're going to need a little bit more than just an armrest cover. A sleeve to go over it. Even that needs a little bit more. I haven't found these replacement pads anywhere, at least not at a reasonable price I can recall, but I found these complete armrests with this hard pad here that will go on in place of it. Now, I don't particularly like this. It's not soft and cushiony like the originals, and it's not particularly attractive. It kind of feels slimy, but it's going to screw on there, and then I can cover it up with one of these new covers. Obviously, this is wrong to go on our van, so we're going to throw away this whole sleeve and the adjuster arm here. And there might be parts in there you can use to fix your armrest if it does weird things. I know some of them spin over backwards. Those two screws and that one down there, depending left or right. That pad will fit either side. Here's a quick look inside a couple of armrests. This pin gets bent or out of whack, and then the armrest will flop over backwards too far. We can straighten that out and put it back in. This knob controls the height by engaging that nut. Not too much goes wrong there usually. Now this is worn, going to need something more than just a cover. Obviously that one. And that chewed corner there, going to need more than a cover. If you can tell me what happened to this one, I'd like to know. T20 Torx bit to take that loose. So let's go fix one. I forgot, this kind of bit won't reach in there. So I got this. Of course, these have to be Phillips. So no matter what tool you've got, one's not enough. And one battery is never enough either. Now, with that taken off, we can compare the two.
See that they are pretty much the same. Close enough. All right, so it should be just a simple maybe not as good as new, but certainly works.